Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. How's it going, everyone?
I don't even know what day it is. Feels like forever. I don't know.
So,
Long.
Michelle, I have to connect my earbuds to this. I can't hear. Sorry.
You can't hear me?
I will connect it. I'll let
Okay.
you start.
All right. I
I'm
want to
here.
do some shout outs. We've got a lot of people here. Hello, Duncan. How are you doing? Hello, girly girl style hubs. Bill, did you guys enjoy the Super Bowl? Duncan, is Super Bowl like a thing in Australia? Do let us know. We're curious. It's huge here in the US. I remember when I lived in Asia, it wasn't a thing there. So, all right, carry on. Hello, Evolving Always Productions. And let's see. Hello, Noreen, Irish Lux Poshmark. And Duncan says, Happy Chinese New Year, Michelle. That is correct. Chinese New Year is on Friday. Are we celebrating, Marina? She can't hear me. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh no.
You can start. I will get there. Sorry about that, everyone.
So Duncan says no Super Bowl here. No Super Bowl here. We have our own football. Is football like soccer football, or is it like American football? Because I know the British called soccer or football. All right, let's get started while Marina is trying to set up.
I'm all set. Thanks so much
You
for waiting.
are.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Sorry I wasn't listening well to everything, but thanks for coming tonight. Happy Tuesday. We're
I forgot to
here. Go ahead, Michelle.
I forgot to say hi to Noel, Horror Collection Fiend. Fiend? Um, he says, Hey, Marina, Michelle, I hope you had a good birthday, Marina. How was your birthday, Marina?
Yeah, birthday was fun. Thank you guys so much who joined in on that surprise video. A lot of you are here right now. That was like a total surprise. You made me cry. So, but you are the important people in my life. You know, we're in a pandemic right now, and the last year, I really feel very lucky and grateful to have met and a lot of you online. And we're doing the same thing. We're on similar journeys, right? Where we're again buying and selling things online, so we learned so much from each other, and again, those of you who took the time to wish me happy birthday and make a video, like, yeah, you've touched my heart, and I really appreciate your taking the time to do that. And thank you so much, Duncan, for the pizza. That was my first birthday meal. It was delicious. I'm still eating pizza because we got 2 pizzas with the amount that you sent us, so thank you so much for that. So if you haven't checked out the video, it is live on YouTube. You can check it out. Michelle put it together, and it's really impressive.
So Marina was really caught by surprise. I actually didn't know how to surprise her. At first, I was like, oh, I'll just upload it to IGTV and let her find out. But I'm like, no, I kind of want to see your reaction. So I did what I did.
Thanks, Michelle, for doing that. It was really nice. Appreciate everyone's efforts. So shall we get started? We're going to talk about how sales went last week. Feel free to let us know in the comments. Were sales good? Thumbs up. Or were they meh? You can use the meh smiley face. There's a meh smiley face, right? For us, I took a little peek on this, and they weren't bad. They were not bad. We have not been sourcing, actually. Uh-oh, I see a double logo again, Michelle, on the top right there. We actually
Oh,
have not been sourcing for weeks. We haven't sourced in all of February. So why? Just because of lack of time. So we're getting rid of inventory that we just have sitting around. So let us know again how your sales went, and then we're going to get started with ours.
there, no more double logo.
Thank you so much.
I have to say sales were meh in a way where we actually didn't sell anything on Mercari and Poshmark last week.
Though I gotta say, I am not surprised about that because we weren't very active on Poshmark. So most of these sales came, we were a little bit active. I think Michelle, you listed some items, but not that many, right? It was just a little bit here and there. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like if you just list every day, that's going to be the best way to get consistent sales, but we don't do that right now. So let's go ahead and get started with the overview. So our gross last week was 1,358 and 30 cents, and our profit was 1,016.54. The 4 platforms that we actually had sales on last week was eBay, Tradesy, Grailed, and Etsy. And so the Mercari, was that the week before, Michelle? That Mercari sale that we had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. So yeah, so again, not upset about it for our minimal effort, but we do put in the work. It's just that like this is compacted or compounded from like work that we put in the past, right? We are up for, we do need a source. We do have to do that to continue to get these types of profits, which is our goal. And even like to do better, we do need a source. But again, so this is my last week teaching my winter session, and I have grades on my plate. So you know, it's always really busy at the end of a class. I teach for a living, as well as resell online. And I have those moments where I have some free time, I can source. And then when I don't, I'm just, you know, swamped. And this week, next week, and the week after, it's going to be pretty swamped, but I'm going to try to get out once or twice next week to go sourcing. My sourcing items of choice are always vintage electronics. How about you guys? How were sales last week? And what are your sourcing items of choice during this time?
Do you want to go over the figures?
Yeah, so we do have a couple comments here. So Duncan said, wow, eBay sales are so lame for you guys. They totally are. Duncan, we need to take that. So if you guys are selling on eBay, or even, I think even if you're not, I'm not sure, Duncan may know about this. He's a big eBay seller. But they have a course. They have a free course right now about sales. So a reseller class. So I actually texted Michelle and I said, hey, Michelle, would you mind adding this to your calendar? Because eBay's kind of like her platform. So we only did 31.86 on eBay, 29.11 on Tradesy, 74.18 on Grailed, and our 955.57 on Etsy.
Okay.
Duncan said Etsy's your best platform. Yeah, we know how to work Etsy now. We still haven't figured out how to really work the other platforms, to be honest, right, Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Etsy is quite minimal, like maintenance wise, you know, because you don't have to share anything and you don't have to relist anything. So Etsy does a really good job with helping people find the item, in our opinion. But
Yeah,
we also
definitely.
sell pretty unique items there too, so that could be why.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I mean, let's quickly kind of discuss that before we go into some of our favorite sold items. Like when you go on Etsy, it's like going on Amazon, you type in the search bar what you're looking for. But I don't feel like that's the method of choice. That's the method of choice for eBay. And for Mercari kind of as well. Yeah. But like what's the method of choice for Poshmark? I don't think they use long tail keywords, do they? I'm unsure. I'm not really sure how it is, but I feel like a lot of the focus there is on like sharing what like is currently being shared at that time. Noreen says, wow, no Poshmark. No Poshmark. We actually just didn't spend time on that platform last week. So the result is no sales, right? So if you want to sell
we
on Poshmark, you got to spend some time. You got to share your closet. We
Yeah,
didn't do that.
we did have a sale on Poshmark, but that person decided to return the item, so we're not count sale.
That's true. That's true. All
All right,
right.
so we're
Shall we get
gonna
started?
yeah, we're gonna go through some of our favorite sold items. Don't get creeped out by the first one. So we came across this estate sale, and they had tons and tons of porcelain dolls. And I see people collect this stuff, and I had no clue how much they're valued for. Um, Not a lot of people were interested in getting this item. We purchased this for $25. This is a brand called Elite Doll. This is 39 inches long. It's really, really high. It's almost like the height of a child, and it's made out of porcelain. And we got this for $25 and sold this for $219.
Yep. And the porcelain dolls, we do like selling them. They do sell well, and they are within our average sale price. So we do like to sell more like expensive, not expensive, but like, yeah, higher average sell prices on our items to really kind of make it worth our while. Of course, the higher the sell price, the longer it takes to package, the more packaging materials. But again, with our time, we would rather do that than sell like, 200 or not 200, but like 100, how many? Like 20 shirts at 20 bucks. Like for us, this works out better. Duncan said sharing closets on Poshmark takes too much time, I heard. Yeah, it does. It takes time, and you want to be consistently sharing every day on there so that you can get some sales. And when we get busy, we don't do that. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do have a couple more things about this doll. So this is a limited edition. Usually when you purchase these dolls, it comes with an envelope. If you could see, there's an envelope on the left side. Inside the envelope, it's a certificate of authenticity. It tells you the name of the doll. Her name is Brittany. And it tells you how many Britneys were made. In this case, I believe there's only 1,000 of these. So we have one of the 1,000, which is quite rare. And we purposely didn't take her out of the box because she's in basically mint condition. And we didn't want to mess around with it. So we kept her in a box, took a photo, and we did sell this item.
Awesome. All right, Michelle, let's move on to the next one. So this next one here was gifted to us by my mother. I believe it used to belong to my brother. Are those men's jeans, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so these are vintage 501XX Levi's. If you are looking for jeans to sell, these are Bolos with the double X's, 501s with the double X's. You could tell at the bottoms they were like maybe too long and there's a little bit of wear there, but we were still able to sell these for $75.
Mm-hmm. This next item is super interesting. This is a photograph. So again, I think about less than a year ago, I went to an estate sale, and this person owned a lot of really cool, military items. That person owned a lot of cool vintage flying pilot like related stuff, pilot jackets, and Man Walking on the Moon newspaper, JFK newspaper. Anyway, he owned so many cool items. So I was walking out of the estate sale and I was like, wait, this picture is so cool. And the estate sale people told me, oh, the pilot and the helicopter in this photo, passed away. And I was like, why didn't the kids keep the photo? And so it's on sale. So she was just like, I said, how much are you selling this for? She's like, $8. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I mean, these are the type of things where you can't really find comps. You don't know how much it's worth, but you think it's super cool. So I took the photo. It's quite faded, as you could see here. So this photo captures when the first helicopter landed on the White House lawn for the first time ever in 1957. And I believe the president was Eisenhower at that time. So great image, great photograph. I almost didn't want to sell it, but we sold it for $60.
Yeah, so long story short, we went to an estate sale of the helicopter pilot, right? It was his items and everything you name, Michelle, those are all Bolos. So if you ever run across, I mean, prices like that, it's just like, you got to just leave with everything in your hands. That's just awesome. Somebody who bought that is really going to cherish that beautiful picture there. Thanks for sharing that, Michelle. Let's move on to the next item. So the next item here is a Pioneer 25 disc changer player. Our cost was $20. It sold for $188. So if you guys can pick up multiple CD disc changer players, those are going to do really well. Again, that's like what I like to pick up. I love selling electronics and the historical items. Obviously, we love selling those too, but with the pandemic, for us, it's been harder to find because we don't really do estate sales anymore. And that's where you're typically going to run into finding those historical items.
Yeah, and this is quite special because this is a 25 CD player. Usually you can only fit 5. So how it works is it has a vertical compartment where you put the CDs, vertically, and it's very rare. It's like my first time seeing this, so I thought this was cool.
It is really cool. Duncan says if you can't find comps, in other words, like other similar sold item prices, then you may have the only one and you can call it rare and price it higher. So that's a
Yeah.
good tip, Duncan. Thanks for saying that.
I think I priced that photo. I might have priced it too low, but because of the quality of the picture, I priced it at that price. So I don't know how much it's worth.
Probably worth a lot. It's all
All
right.
right. So this next one, this hat was actually sold on Grailed. This is a Lakers limited edition leather new era hat. We got this for 15 bucks. This is a brand new hat. It's got a very, very beautiful skyline, pretty much, printed all over the leather on the hat, and it has a Lakers logo in the front. The original price of this hat is actually $215. We sold it
Yeah.
for 98.
Yeah, I love this hat. Like, if there's one my size and we don't sell it, I'll keep it because it's a Lakers hat. Like Michelle said, it's black, and then it has like a gold, like ink skyline. Like not skyline. It's like different. What do you call those? Like famous places in LA, right? So you have like the Santa
Landmark.
Monica Pier landmark. Thank you. Santa Monica Pier. You have the LAX is on there. And then the Lakers logo is actually like made out of some kind of a metal or something. It's really beautiful hat.
Cool.
Oh, good. Another good point from Bill, Girly Girl Style Hubs. He said you can also price higher if the product is sold out as well, because supply, is going to equal demand. Yes.
Yeah. All right, this next item, this is a vintage Citizen is a brand. It's a clock and a radio combined together. Now, I wouldn't normally buy this item, but because I thought this looks so cool and cute, I decided to buy it. There were no comps at all. Again, it's one of a kind. So we got this for $6, sold this for $28, and it's made in Japan. Okay. All right. Are we ready for our Bolo? What are we going to talk about this week, Marina?
Yeah, we're going to talk about leather boots, men's leather boots. So don't pay attention to the picture you see in front of you. Those are men's leather shoes. But we're going to talk about men's leather boots. So have any of you purchased men's leather boots before, or is that something that you consistently sell? Let us know. Also, I didn't hear anyone talk about sales last week. How are sales? Still curious about that. So the first ones we're going to discuss here are the Ariat cowboy boots. So I don't know if I said that right, but these are, okay. So these, eBay sells a lot of these. There's 3.2 million sold in 1 year. There's 35,000 pairs total sold in 1 year from only, get this, 7,886 sellers. So, so that means that very few sellers are selling the majority of these, and the average sold price on these are $91, but they can go as high as $2,200 in price. So a couple of boots here that sold within the last 3 months are the Ariat men's working Dare carbon toe work boot. It's really cool boot. It looks like a cowboy boot, but like the bottom is rubber. So that's so cool. You can like dress fancy, but then it's a work boot. So if you need to be working, where you need like a hard toe or like special rubber bottom, you can wear this shoe. So that's really unique. I've never seen boots like that before. And then they have another really cool brown leather boot where it has like the flag embedded in it. So it's brown, but there's like little parts in there with like the red and white stripes and the blue and white stars. So that's actually kind of cool as well. So that one sold for $400, free shipping. And then the other work boot sold for $330 and $62.
Yeah, Ariat actually was one of my clients a couple years ago, and I went to their headquarters, and they're actually in the Bay Area. So they're based in the US. They're really cool stuff. They also make women's clothing and too. So the second one is called Takovas. So Takovas is a high-profile footwear that specializes in handmade cowboy boots. They are basically based in Austin, Texas. So these are really high-end boots, I would think. We've got two examples here. One is made out of crocodile skin, sold at $2,698. And the second one is also made out of crocodile skin, limited edition. Only 1,000 pairs were made, sold at $1,870. The average price of these Takovas boots is $177. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, Michelle, we were at a garage sale and this man had a bunch of crocodile boots and I was like, we should go get them. Remember that? And that's where we picked up like $3 garments that we sold over $100 each. So we should have totally bought those. He was only selling them for like between 20 and 40 bucks. So please don't pass up, recycled or secondhand crocodile boots because they have a lot of value. And so total sales for this brand on eBay was 425,000 with only 904 sellers. So they're definitely selling for a lot of money. Only 2,402 were sold and the average sold price is 177. So that's definitely within our average sell price that we want to target and hit. And the sold price does range, like Michelle was mentioning, up to $3,000 for the more rare and unique pairs. Takovas, Tecovas.
Yeah, after doing this research, I kind of like regret not going and check out the men's boots when we go to estate sales and garage sales. So now we know what brands to look for.
Yeah, but even so, these are like the top brands or whatever. But even if they're not top brand, if they're an off brand, if it's still leather or like crocodile skin, it's still going to sell for a good amount, because those materials are going to last for a long time. Duncan said, Takovas, you should be selling a couple a week, you two. Much agreed, Duncan, much agreed. And so that's why we do the bolos is not only do we like learn when we do these bolos, but we when we go sourcing, we look for them. So next week when I do have off from school, I'm going to go sourcing. My goal is twice, just 2 times that week. And I will definitely be going into the men's section at the thrift stores looking for some boots. So we are in Southern California. I'm not sure how many we will find, but I'm still going to give it a try. But we do hope that you, if you are listening, that you do the same, that you please, when you're sourcing this week, you could be sourcing online even. Check it out. Why don't you see if you could snag a couple? And then please let us know if you scored some. Bill from Girly Girl Style Hub says, look for Bull Boxer boots as well. They're Portugal made and they're made well. Bull Boxer, Bullboxer. Thank you for that, Bolo, Bill. We appreciate that. And then one other comment from Bill, he said, just so everyone knows, Takovas is being pumped into the sports radio programs at the moment. Wow, did not know that. Bill is a big sports guy, so we appreciate you telling us that. And then finally, really I think Duncan was asking Bill about how his sales went, and he said, sales are pretty good. We're on track for our goal. Happy to hear that, Bill. Okay.
That's awesome. Just also another thing I want to make a note about the Bolo for the week is when I was doing the research, obviously all the high-end brands did pop up, like Gucci, Salvatore Ferragamo. I purposely not include those brands because, they're kind of like a given that those brands are Bolos. So these brands are less popular. So that is why I included these brands. Okay.
All right. Thanks for saying that, Michelle. It's much appreciated. All right. The next ones are Luchese. Is that how you say that? I'm not sure how you say that. But it's Lucchese. And these ones, they have $1.7 million in sales in 1 year on eBay with only, get this, 4,564 sellers. And they only sold about 1,000 of these in a year. Wow. that means these are extremely expensive boots. The average sold price on these are $179. However, they range as high as $6,000. So one that sold here is a rare. They're rare. They're from the 1980s, and so they're vintage, and they sold for $2,000. Again, we're seeing a repeating theme here. These are also alligator skin boots. There's another one here that sold, we don't know for how much, because when you're looking at sold comps on eBay, number one, you want to make sure that the sold number is in green. That means that that's sold price. But if you see where there's a strike through the price, that means that you don't know what the price sold at, right? But this seller was initially offering these for $5,500, and he accepted a best offer, and that's why we don't know what they sold for. Anyway, these were also alligator, crocodile, exotic Western boots.
So this brand is from Italy. It's actually from Tuscany, and the people of Lucca. Lucca is a little town in Tuscany, and so I believe this is pronounced as Lucas. I'm not sure. It's a founder of a shoemaker, and this company started in 1868, which is crazy, long time ago. And he migrated to Texas, and this brand is still here around.
Wow, that's a cool story. In Italian, what is it? Lucchese, maybe.
Lucchese.
I don't know Italian. But Bill said also Takovas has free returns and fit issue returns. Oh, that's good to know. That means they really believe in their products. All right, Michelle, let's go to the next one. So the next one here is Mark Nason. Is anyone familiar with these ones? So these ones have 161,000 in total sales, only 1,244 sellers. So they're a little bit more on the rare side. And 2,421 were sold within the last year. So the average sale price for these is only about $66. However, they can range for up to $1,900. A couple of the ones that sold here are definitely at our average sell price target that we look for. So one sold for $250, and these are they're just regular boots. They look, secondhand. The design, I have to say, the design on the boots are really nice. And then the other one is a Mark Nason Rock Boots Distress Brown with spiderweb design. So I think that's what's kind of unique about these, is that the design on the boots are a little bit more intricate and interesting.
So Mark Nason is actually a designer with over 25 years of design experience. He is also executive vice president of Skechers right now. So he created a couture line based on what he liked, and this is it, Mark Nason.
They're pretty cool. I'm actually kind of glad they're not that expensive, because if you want to rock some cool boots, you can check out this brand, Mark Nason, Nason. They're actually really cool looking boots.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go through the next one.
Yeah, and Bill,
Bill
said that they kind of look like moto boots, like I think motorcycle boots, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
They do have like the flat front there versus like a pointed toe. Sorry, Michelle, go ahead.
So this is another very popular one that I saw. The designer's name is called John Lobb, L-O-B-B. We've got two examples here. One is a Chelsea boot sold for $2,060. Another one was accepted as a best offer. These are more dress shoes, about $1,500. I don't know how much it was sold for. But the average sold price is great. It's about $360. And last year, $400,000 of these shoes were sold. I always don't know how to rephrase that.
There were just only 454 sellers selling that amount of shoes, and the price of these can go up to $5,000. This is a Bolo, everyone, and only 1,100 or so sold for that price. So this is a Bolo for us.
And this brand, they also make wallets and belts, and the brand is based in London, and circa 1900 in Paris.
Yeah, they're really beautiful shoes. When you look at them, you can tell they're high end. So I think like we don't sell a lot of shoes. We actually don't really sell any leather shoes. But when you look, if you go jump on YouTube and watch this replay on YouTube, you will see that the shoes look expensive when you look at them.
Hmm.
So that could be one way when you're looking around to spot these. They're like high. Um, I don't know, like very classy, refined men's shoes. They're really, really nice. Okay, so is this mine?
Hmm.
Yeah, the next one here is Berluti. That sounds Italian to me as well. This one has very little sales. So only 478 sold in the last year, only 240 sellers for a total of $230,000 in sales. However, get this, the average sold price is almost $500 a pair. And they can go all the way up to $4,000. So there's one new pair that sold for $1,200 on eBay. They were suede loafers, brown suede loafers, and then there's like a combat boot looking one. It's black. It sold for $1,500 free shipping, and I mean it's nice. It's so expensive. It's a beautiful boot.
Yeah, you're definitely right. This is an Italian brand, and they specialize in using cow skin, kangaroo leather, and alligator skin to make their items. I've
That
never
would
heard of
explain
kangaroo.
the expensive price tag. Yes.
Well, Duncan, do they make kangaroo products and like do they do that? Is that popular in Australia? I'm very curious to know.
Mhm.
Okay, this next one. I think this is also sounds Italian. Silvano Latanzi. Um, we've got two pairs here. One was sold for 1,300. They're like combat leather boots. And another pair was sold for $1,000. So this is also another rare brand. And $255 is the average sold price for each pair. Total of 984 were sold last year, only 36 sellers.
I mean, those are handmade, it says. These are rare, right? But I think what I'm learning from today's Bolo live is if it's an Italian brand and it's leather, look it up because it might be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
Girly Girl Style Hub says Berluti was founded in 1895, by the way. It's one of
Oh,
those
wow.
very odd centennial companies. That's really cool. I've noticed quite a few Italian companies are able to do that. They're able to last over 100 years. It's a phenomenon that not all businesses can do. Duncan
Um,
said, I'll send you a kangaroo burger. Put the roux 20 minutes in the microwave.
oh, no. No, thank you. Something interesting about Ben Silvano Latanzi is that the heel and toe stiffeners are leather instead of thermal plastics. Does that make sense to you?
Wow. So basically the bottom of the shoe is made out of leather, not plastic or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool.
Okay, is this last one?
No, I've got two more.
Okay, so this is a Paul Bond brand. Again, this is a really small amount that are selling. Only 64 sellers, sold a total of 100. But they're cowboy boots, and the name is Paul Bond, like James Bond. They're very expensive. There was $42,000 in sales. They can go as high as $1,200, and the average sale price is $400. So we do have a couple that sold here within the last 3 months on a bid and on a non-bid, right? So one was shark skin. They have shark skin in it. It sold
Oh
for
my gosh.
281, and the other one has crocodile, the crocodile skin, I guess, for $340. So I mean, I guess if they're animals that are like, if they're made out of something other than cows, I think it's going to have a value.
Yeah, so I think what we're learning here is a pattern, right? Crocodile skin, kangaroo skin, shark skin, and And I would, when we go shopping, I guess I would look at the material first before the brand in this case.
Yeah. But I mean, even if it's leather, it's gonna do well because we know like leather's durable, right? So items like that, like Doc Martens, right? If you had Doc Martens in the 90s, you probably could still wear those for who knows how long. Like they're
That's
just
true.
so durable and those are made out of leather.
Yeah. All right. Actually got one more. This last one. This is like I think my favorite out of all of them. This brand is called Rocket Buster. Rocket Buster is based in Texas, El Paso, and we've got two pairs here. We have this 1990s vintage sold for $950, and another pair. These are women's actually, should have been men's, but sold for $280. So the reason why this brand is cool is because they're so artistic in how they create the patterns on these boots. And the average sold price for this brand is $560. Rocket Buster. And they are rare because everything is handmade here. And that's actually on their website. On their website, they claim that they are crazy because they made everything with their own hands.
They're really beautiful. It's like art on a boot. But yeah, definitely more on the rare side, but you're getting an average sell price of $560 a pair. So if you do spot any colorful boots, which is not the ordinary, and some cool design, run to it and check out the comps and see what those sell for. Yeah, Bill is recognizing the designs. He likes them as well. And he also mentioned, yeah, it's totally art on the boot. I mean, that is definitely beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And
Yeah.
then, go ahead.
Oh, and these guys basically said they design, they cut, they carve, they stitch, and they assemble these boots. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So definitely having that done, especially if it's in the US, which I'm not sure. It does say USA on there. That explains the price tag.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Do you have a meme that you want to share with everyone today?
I do have a meme, but I'm gonna need your help to explain it.
I will see if I understand it myself. Let's put it on the screen. All right. I guess I'll let you explain it because I don't know why I would be the one to explain this. Go ahead.
Well, it's basically a funny photo of a flip flop and a boot, cowboy boots merged together, and they call it a Chunkle Boots. And chancla means slippers, right, in Spanish?
Correct. Yes.
I
So
think
yeah,
that's funny.
I mean they're really funny. Yeah, they're boots, like Michelle said, flip flop boots, and then it says Chunkle Boots. You know you want them. Terry Evolving Always Production says beautiful boots. I used to really be into Western boots. Yeah, definitely Western boots are really cool. And there's so many designs out there. Like we all need a pair of Western boots, I feel like. And Bill, Girly Girl Style Hub says he's laughing. He's like, what the heck? That is not fashion, or is it?
Hey, here's a tip. If you go to Goodwill, you see a pair of cowboy boots that are, have some flaws or stains, you can make a chancla boots.
That is a good tip. I like that. But Bill says he's not gonna pick it up. So yeah, so that was it for our Bolo and what sold last week. And I think just the idea is try to look for some boots. Try to see if you could find some good deals where you pay 10, $20 and flip it into, 60 or more. I feel like there's a lot of value in these types of shoes. And even if if you're not like for me, I try not to eat a lot of animal meat, and but I guess when it comes to animal products, secondhand, they're still going to have value. It's better to pick them up and resell them versus like throwing them in the dump and or letting it go to the ocean, right, Michelle?
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Bill and Terry and Duncan and whoever's left here on our live, Noreen. We appreciate you watching our live and hanging out with us today. We will be back on Thursday, so we're We're hanging out live twice a week. We'll be back 5:30 p.m. on Tuesday. It was really nice spending time with you guys. And we hope you have a beautiful night. And please let us know if you happen to pick up any cool leather shoes or boots that we would love to share on our Instagram account, which is flippinggals1g. And we'd love to share anything that you guys score on there. And if I pick anything up next week, I will also share that on my Instagram stories.
Okay, cool. Thanks, everyone.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you again for stopping by. We'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.